Good evening, everyone. The clock has struck 4 and I am here. Myself, Nirali Makwana, and I am live from the TIE page. TIE is the Team of Educated Igniters page, Team of Ignited Educators Facebook page, from where I have gone live today. And I hope all of you are safe and sound in this troubled times of COVID-19. And this is our very small effort in keeping you engaged and interacting with you. My topic, which I have chosen today to speak, is about life skills or formal education. What is more important, especially in this COVID-19 era? The topic that today I have chosen for myself is not something that is new or novel, but बहुत सारी बातें, बहुत सारे debates हो चुके हैं कि क्या important है, basic life skills or formal education. But today I have chosen this topic since we are all going through these unprecedented times. हमने सोचा नहीं था कि ऐसा कुछ होगा, ऐसा कुछ वायरस आएगा और उसकी impact not only in India or in a few parts of the world, almost every country of the world is going through a bad time, which was not at all thought or prepared. Okay, so especially इस टाइम में मैंने ये टॉपिक लाया है. So before I go into the detail of my topic, let me first tell you what are basic life skills. So basic life skills are, for example, cooking ले लो. You can take something as cleaning the dishes or serving the dining table, or going to the other side of life skills. You can take as proper decision making or time management or prioritizing your work or good manners. ये चीज़ें जो है, these can be quoted as life skills, and the definition of life skills is very complicated. But I would tell you one line that what life skills mean for me, that life skills are survival skills. That is how I can define life skills. Coming to the next part of the topic, that is formal education. So what is formal education? Formal education is something we all know, where each child goes into a particular institution or a particular college or university, gets a uniform pattern, and it involves certification and degrees. So that is formal education. Now, COVID-19 तो आया और हम ये बातें करते हैं सारी, but before that also we have talked a lot about the academic rat race of parents as well as the children. So आज हम देखते हैं कि parents and their children, they keep no stone unturned to make their child excel in studies, go to get their child admitted in the best colleges, and they try everything. They put them into extra, get them those extra hours, early hours or extra classes, and they do everything that's possible just for those degrees. And that's good in a way, yes. It is the need of the hour to survive in this fast competitive world. It is required. But I think what we need to retrospect, अभी जो ये COVID-19 का हमें लॉकडाउन का समय मिला है, I think this is God's way of telling us to just slow down, to probably stop and to think and to introspect. कि इतनी जो फास्ट हमारी लाइफ है उसमें शायद कुछ फंडामेंटल गड़बड़ है, कुछ फंडामेंटल some basic problems, because when we talk about learning, कोई भी नई चीज़ सीखते हैं हम, तो सीखने के बाद हमें उसका आनंद ज़्यादा होता है ना. वी लर्न न्यू थिंग्स एंड वी बिकम सो हैप्पी दैट वी हैव लर्नड अ न्यू थिंग. सो learning should be, in my opinion, very, very joyful. And to all the manifestations of human life, a child is probably the simplest and the easiest to make them happy. Then why sometimes in this rat race they become unhappy or they become stressed, you know? So it's time we need to slow down. And I don't I'm still coming to the life skill part, but yes, when we talk about formal education, it is very important, but there have to be probably a few changes made. There have to be a few perspectives जिस नज़र से हम देखते हैं schools को. आज इस platform पे I would like to take these a few seconds to appreciate and to applaud every school principal, the owners, the founders, the teachers, and everybody who is connected to education, because they are doing a commendable job in these trying times. They are managing their house, they are keeping the children engaged. But in spite of doing so much, we have now realized that it's not only their job, the parents are equally responsible, whether it's study or whether it's घर पे जो काम करते हैं, you know, parents involvement, parents जो the time they give, the things they teach, it is equally as important as the teachers. And it's a very good time for the parents as well, I must say, because they have this time. क्योंकि skills होती है वो शायद it's not a muscle to develop, you know, it is something that you learn by seeing. So parents and बच्चा कब देख सकता है अपने parents को ये सारी skills में माहिर होते हुए, कब? Because parents should have equal so much time. इतना time parents के पास होता है. For a very I mean एक normal example हम देते हैं कि अगर हम इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान अगर हम कैरम खेल रहे हैं या फिर वी सी सम टीम वर्क, वी सी सम कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, जब हम कार्ड्स खेलते हैं, we develop those teamwork things, we develop those communication skills with your child. So I think this is a time where the parents get a lot of time with their children. So COVID-19 has a lot of you know, adverse effects, but everything comes with a positive. And I think the positive part is this: they have enough time to engage their children, because studies कितना भी कर लें चाहे, कुछ basic चीज़ें, because I in these troubled times we also see the husbands and the children helping. We have been so fortunate and so blessed to have a husband and probably a father or a brother or children who are helping us, because these times, in my previous talk also I had said that, you know, these times have proved that cooking and cleaning are not gender biased roles. They are actually survival essentials. Coming back to formal education, बहुत सारे फायदे हैं उसके. I too agree, because it increases your knowledge. It helps you, you know, get into a uniform routine, a pattern of life. It encourages a child to interact with children of the same age group. It makes your child more confident and smart. You know, it develops the reasoning patterns. It also, you know, helps the child to boost. But it is not a prerequisite, an automatic prerequisite for success. Life skills have their own role. एंड वी कैनॉट, क्योंकि मैं एक नॉर्मल एग्जांपल आपको दे दूं. आज मुझे लगता है कि कोविड-19 के एरा में आई एम मोर हैप्पी व्हेन माय सन कम्स एंड टेल्स मी कि ममा डिनर टेबल रेडी है, मैंने डिशेस लगा दी हैं, you know. So that makes me more happy rather than him coming and telling me, mama, I have learned the table of 14. That doesn't give me as much joy as much he's telling me that the work is done, or the dinner table is ready, or I have cleaned the utensil of my own. मैंने बर्तन उसकी जगह पे अच्छे से रख दिए हैं. Because you know, ultimately I think the whole system of education is slowly changing. Gone are those times, वो कल की बातें हो गई जहाँ पे हमने memorize कर लिया और रट्टा मार लिया और probably you get the best marks in the university, you know. Because in this very advanced system of education, probably there will come a time where life skills actually play a very important role, and they have actually played, but now the times are changing and they play a very important role because they are sides of the same coin and we need 50-50 of each, right? And especially I don't know whether it may be true for you, but you could give a thought to this, you know, that when we are together with our children, we see them a little more happy, a little more engaged, and they too realize, they find out how much work you do staying at home or even working and staying at home. So it's a very happy time, you know, and ultimately I guess we all are looking for happiness in our lives, because though with formal education you get a lot of degrees and you become very knowledgeable, there's a lot of stress coming up, there's a lot of anxiety coming up. So I guess we already knew that stress-free life is beneficial health-wise also, but now we have scientific studies which tell us that, you know, if 24 hours, if there is no unpleasantness in your life, only for one day, if you remain pleasant, if you remain joyful, you have no moment of anger or agitation or anxiety, it increases your intelligence by 100%. It is a proven fact. And I guess because you cannot completely avoid or neglect the formal education. That's not what I'm trying to project. My point is, you know, with the formal education, you will have some or the other stress or anxiety. So together with that, if we teach our children, because they have to be ready for, not for a particular event, they have to be ready for future, for life, and for decision making, and for their practical self-worth, standing up for themselves. That's where this life skills play a major role, you know, because I think, you know, previously also I've told this, that, you know, we all are actually imperfect people, an imperfect generation in an imperfect environment. So let us do that perfectly, and that's the most perfect thing to do, you know. And ultimately we want us and our children and everybody around us to be happy. So I think that's the way we should go ahead. And one more thing, that even post-COVID era also, we want our children, we want this new generation to not only be academically competent, we want them to be you know, rationally profound, we want them to be morally sound and अच्छा बोला ना मैंने bound, so that's a rhyme. Together can make a perfect blend of life skills and formal education, and that will make us happier and in turn healthier. So that's my take on the topic for today, but still I feel specifically in this COVID-19 era, life skills do play a little more role than the formal education. And I would like to thank the TIE President Harsha ma'am and a lot of other teachers, Vice President, all of them involved who are trying to make this change, and are also our knowledge partner, Early Child Education, the President, a very, very talented lady, Dr. Swati Pope, this wonderful Herculean task of probably changing the basics of childhood, and she's doing it magnificently. You a very, very safe time ahead in life, and take very good care of yourselves. Goodbye.